I think we all have to evaluate every facet of how much time commitment we can make as CEOs to anything. We're usually not exactly sitting around eating bonbons hoping something interesting comes our way.
One of the big challenges at the onset was committing the time, just adding one more thing to my calendar. And so I was very reluctant to do that because there are a lot of demands on my time.
Having a full day allows you to cover a lot of ground and really get deep with men, get real with men and women that are running businesses. And it's a structured environment so that we are able to cover a lot of territory with both the materials that are provided, but then also as we look at developing business plans and reviewing people's businesses and how they perform.
I would say the return is multifaceted. One, you're going to make probably lifelong friends. I have made lifelong friends in this group, so I think that's a great return.
The savings, the time savings, and being able to move projects and initiatives forward much more rapidly than I would be able to do otherwise far outweighs the investment of time in the group.
A friend of mine had invited me to be a participant in a CEO group. And back then I didn't know what that was, and I asked how much was it, and had the conversation with my wife, and she said, no, I don't think that's a good use of funds. And then they invited us to go to a dinner at one of the members' house. It was Rick Green, actually. And we went to the house, and we spent about 2 hours there, and my wife came up and tugged on my jacket, and she said, you need to find a way to afford to be part of this group.
When I was getting involved in it, my family, they're the owners, and they said that the price was way too high. I said, well, just take it out of my salary. But every time I would come back from a Convene meeting, I'd share with them what I got, and they said, you got that, keep going back.
Convene allows you to tie into resources that you couldn't afford, frankly, if you wanted to go out and try to get those resources on your own. Or even worse, you wouldn't even know where to start to go to get those resources and that kind of wisdom.
I would ask you, who's the most effective person in your organization? Who's the role model? You need to lead by example, and if nobody's coaching the coach, then over time your blade gets dull, your resources become limited, and your view is handicapped without the wisdom and the perspective of people that really care about you. So I find that the cost is really a reflection of what's important to you.
I would really encourage somebody that's not in a group that, there's great value in being in the group, and the return on investment in my Convene membership, you can't measure it in percentages. It's really priceless.